Travis Stetzel. I'm a Forged Father, and I build uncommon men. Inside Forged Father, the mission is simple. Elevate as a father, elevate as a husband, elevate as a professional, elevate as a man of faith by filling all 4 buckets: your fitness, your financials, your faith, and your family. So when you commit to becoming a Forged Father, the first thing we do is we own up to the truth. We end the lies, because in order to completely transform, truth must be present. When truth is present, God is present. And when God is present, transformation can then happen. If you don't own up to the truth, you will be shackled to your lies for the rest of your life. And it'll be the thing that holds you back from becoming your best as a father, as a husband, as a professional, as a man of faith. Lies have no room within your life. So after we own up to the truth, it's about getting very clear with what it is that we want. And so this is where we establish what we call the MVP: your mission, your vision, your purpose. The mission is clear. The mission is the daily work. Without the work, nothing gets done. But the vision is the roadmap. The vision is what we want as a father, is what we want as a husband, is what we want as a professional, is what we want for ourselves. And so once we get clear on the vision, now we tie that to a deeper purpose. And so guys want to talk about motivation all the time. I can't seem to stay consistent because I'm not motivated. Well, you don't need motivation. What you need is a deeper sense of purpose. Because once you're connected and tapped into your purpose, you won't need motivation anymore. You'll have the fire within you, and you'll understand that it's not about motivation. It's just simply about the discipline of doing the work. And so when you're tapped into your vision, you're very, very clear with what it is that you want, and you know why it is that you want it. The mission becomes easy, and then it's about doing the work. So once we've owned up to the truth and we're clear with what our MVP is, now we start to build out your plan. And that starts with the first pillar, that is your custom plan. Everything that I build out for you, from your workouts, your nutrition, your day-to-day habits, is all customized to you. Why? I want to eliminate as much friction as possible so you no longer have any excuses to hide behind. Your workouts, you'll have time for them. I'll build them out completely in alignment with your life. From the amount of time that you have, the equipment that you have, there's nowhere to hide. You either say, yes, Travis, I got it done, or no, I didn't get it done. Same thing for nutrition. It's a simple process. Most men try to confuse it. We're trying these different fad diets, the new quick fix. It's not about all that. It's about having a framework and a system to work off of that is sustainable, that's going to fuel your body for what you need, but it's also going to put you on the path to helping you achieve exactly what it is that you want with your physique, with your performance, with your energy, everything across the board. Pillar number 2 is all about establishing a daily blueprint. This is where most men are dropping the ball. They don't have a structure to follow day to day. They're just running around winging it day to day. That's why they're stressed. That's why they're overwhelmed. That's why they're frustrated. That's why they're not seeing results. And so once we have a daily blueprint structured out, you know when you're going to wake up. You know when you're going to go to sleep. You know when you're going to work out. You know when you're going to have your meals. You know when it's time to be present and connected with your family. You know when it's time to work and be productive. And so while I can't give you any more time in the day, you have 24 hours. It's about what we do with our time, being more efficient, more intentional with our time. And that's what the daily blueprint does. With your family, with your faith, with your financials, with your fitness. It's all laid out. Pillar number 3 is connecting you with a brotherhood of other fathers, of other men who are married, of other men who are high-level producers. And what makes this so powerful is how we're all living by a set of codes. Real, raw, relevant results. Real, by telling the truth. Raw, by unleashing our feelings, by taking off the mask and being our real, raw selves. Relevant, by taking intentional, purposeful actions. We're efficient with our time. Everything that we do matters. And finally, results. We're all here to create higher level results. And so when you surround yourself around other men that are living by a certain set of codes, there's a certain standard to uphold. Guys want to talk about accountability all the time. You can go join a free Facebook group, but you're not going to be held accountable. You're gonna get patted on the back. You're gonna get participation trophies. We're not here to check the boxes. We're not here to be average. We're here to be elite. And in order to be elite, you must have a couple things with the people that you surround yourself with. Hard truth, tough love. So inside a Forged Father, what you can expect is to be told what you need to be told. I'm not here to be friendly. I'm not here to be nice. I'm here to tell you exactly what it is that you need to know so you level the fuck up. So the Brotherhood rounds it out. When you had these 3 pillars, blueprint, custom plans, the accountability, that's what's going to take you to that next level. At this point, if this is hitting you, you got this feeling in your gut like, I need to move, I need to go. There's a higher level potential that I'm not tapping into. I'm speaking to you, and you're supposed to hear this message. And so I want you to ask yourself a question. How much longer am I going to continue to tolerate lower level results? How much longer am I going to continue to tolerate just checking the boxes? How much longer am I going to continue to tolerate showing up less than my best for my wife, for my kids, and for the people that I serve? How much longer? That ends today. It starts with you making a decision. And that decision is to take the next step. No more waiting. DM me the word unleash, and we'll take the next steps from there.